Hello students, in this session
Let us solve a question on columns. Uniaxial compression test data for a solid metal bar of length 1 meter is shown in figure. The bar material has a linear elastic response from 0 to P followed by a non-linear response. The point P represents the yield point of the material. The rod is pinned at both ends. The minimum diameter of the bar so that it does not buckle under axial loading before reaching the yield point is this we have to find out, right? So the compression test curve is obtained like this. This is the compression test curve for a material we have obtained, like this, right? And this is the yield point, this P. After that, this yielding will start, right? So basically, this is the yield point, right? So we have to find out the minimum diameter. What should be the diameter of the bar so that the buckling should not take place. When we say buckling, it means that Euler's load should not reach the maximum limit, right? Within certain limit should be there, right? So before reaching the yield point, so yield up to we are discussing about the yield point, so that the maximum load applied is the Euler's load is applied up to the yield point, right? So this minimum diameter of the bar we have to find out.
this question is the question of Euler's theory of column, that there is a column which is pin joint at both the ends and load is applied. As the load is applied, stresses will be developed and there is some strain, change in length, and compression test is there. And when the compression test is doing, also we are drawing the stress strain curve, right? So with the increase in stress, there is increase in strain. Initially, it is linear from some starting point origin to the certain point P. There is linear variation. And then we got the yield point. This P point is the yield point. After that, some deformation is there, and then which is not linear, right? Some curvature is there. We have to find out the buckling load or safe load before the yield point take place or before the yielding take place, right? So this is our important point. We have to apply the load till this point, till this stress 100 megapascal is achieved, or till this strain 0.002 is achieved, right? This we have to find out. We have to find out the diameter so that the safe load is applied up to yield point, which is of 100 megapascal stress, right? So this is our question. We have to find out the diameter of the column. So how to do this question? Now up to this point this is linear, and this strain is given to us 0.002. We can find out the stress or strain because it is given to us in terms of load. So suppose load is there, so Euler load is given by P is equal to, that is pi square EI upon L square. For pin joint, the formula is this: pi square EI upon L square. This is the Euler load, safe load, which we have to find out, right? Which is given in this question, which is at this point. Safe point is this, right? And stress is given to us at this point 100 megapascal. Strain is given to us, right? So from here we can find out, this is load PE, this is the load PE. So what is stress up to this yield point, or you can say sigma E, that is sigma Y, that is equal to load upon area, and load is this load. This is the safe load up to this point, Euler's load upon area. So PE will be equal to sigma Y into E, right? And sigma Y is given to us, right? Area we have to find out the diameter, right? And E, is there a E given? E is not given to us. If E is not given to us, no problem, because we can find out E also using this ratio. What is E? E is the ratio of stress upon strain, right? This is by Hooke's law, up to elastic limit, right? This is yield point. So stress upon strain will be the E, right? So we can find out E also from here. So E can be obtained, which will be used here. L is given to us. I we can find out. Sigma Y we know. area now we know, right? So this is the question, right? So from here we can also simplify. Now this load and this load should be equal. This load and this load should be equal. So 1 should be equal to 2. 1 should be equal to 2. So we can write sigma YA should be equal to pi square EI upon L square, right? Now from here sigma y by E we are getting some value, that sigma y by E, right? So from here we can write sigma y by E is basically strain which is given to us, right? So no need to find out E separately. So from here E can be taken in denominator. So we can write sigma y by E basically strain, and that will be equal to area can be taken here. So that is equal to pi square EI upon AL square. This is basically strain, which is 0.002. So no need to find out E separately. So strain will be equal to pi square EI. E can be replaced now because E is now removed from here. E is taken in denominator from the left hand side. So pi square I upon AL square. So this is the strain, right? This is the strain, right? So now here strain is known to us. Strain is known to us 0.002. We can put value 0.002, the value of strain, pi square I. We have to find out dia. It means it is a circular section. So for circular section, the moment of inertia is pi by 64 d to the power 4 upon area is pi by 4 d square multiplied by L is given to us 1 meter, so this is 1 square. So here now only one unknown is there, that is the diameter, and from here we can find out the diameter of this column. Solve it and get the diameter, right? Solve this equation where only one unknown is there using calculator and find out the diameter, and it will come out to be 57 millimeter, nearly 57 millimeter. So answer of this question is 57 millimeter. So this is the answer of this question, diameter, so that the safe load can be taken till yield point.